All right, everyone. Hello, welcome. Hopefully, I did notice my mic was being really funky yesterday. Hopefully, it's all fixed now. Give me 2 seconds. I'm actually gonna check. Okay. Hmm. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully, this works. Yeah. Okay. That's better. Wonderful. So, tasks. Oh, he has a task for me. Oh, he has burning rubber. He would. Okay. 20,000 rubles he gives me. Yeah, there's some random stuff. Prep for because he gives you a bunch of random stuff. Oh, the money. Therapist gives me also. Oh, my insurance. Thank you for. Oh, thanks. I guess. Interesting that this works, but the other stuff doesn't. So what can I put in here? Is it just like a mini toolbox? It's a mini junk box. That's kind of cool, I guess. Ammo box. It's good to go. I just got an email saying, oh, you know, a new class coming into Darktide. Very cool. I don't feel like paying like 20 bucks for a new class. Thanks, but no thanks. So I'm just checking something. I'm just not sure what's going on here. Oh, Dying Light the Beast is 25% off. Very cool. Task-wise, for story, go to customs and give him any building tools. I kind of don't want to do that because I want to get stuff done. This wants me to go ground zero, which I can do, but I kind of want to do some more of the store missions first. But I don't know. I feel like I need a different optic, but I'm not a fan of any of these ones. I mean, maybe we take this one. I can put that on. I'll chuck that on there. Probably don't need the flashlight. Put that on there. Oh. Okay, good. I was about to say, hopefully it doesn't, because that looks like that obscure the. Should be good to go. Question is, where do we want to go? Right? Do we want to go to customs? Customs. Although there are some other, like, there's secret thingy lines, if I heard correctly, for loot. If I go to, like, interchange, for example, there's some stuff I could pick up for other quest lines, but it's in a tent. I just don't know where the tent is. Customs. Let's do an interchange run. I'm just looking for the insure all button because they've moved it. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay. So we're looking for some matches, nuts, bolts, you know, the usual stuff. Some tape of various kinds. I do kind of wish I got the Twitch drop boxes because those would be really nice to have. In all fairness. I did have a little bit of time earlier today just because I was like, I had enough time to check some stuff, but I didn't necessarily have enough time to actually do any Tarkov. But I was looking into SPT and how that's going to go with, you know, basically SPT 5.0 with the new Unity system setup with, you know, Tarkov 1.0. Again, that's not BSG's fault. There's a whole thing about, like, a whole post on the official SPT Discord about it. Basically, it's just part and parcel with the new updates to Unity. It's just a new way of Unity translates from C# to C++, and it makes modding a lot more difficult just inherently. So we'll see how that goes. That being said, they have allowed for basically a down patcher from 1.0 to whatever the most recent version is to get SPT 4.0 working. I was looking at it, I'm like, oh, do I do SPT 4.0? I could, so I made a backup of the save, like with where we prestiged, right? And I was looking into some mods, and I'm like, you know what? I'll keep on the current SPT version, 3.11 point whatever, and I'll see if there's any other mods I could try that I was looking into the first time, but didn't want to add them just in case, right? Because I thought it was too late in the series to do so. So what I ended up doing was I chucked a few of them in there, and I booted it up, and sure enough, it seems to work. I don't know if it's going to crash or not, but it seems to work, right? I was like, look, if it doesn't work, then we can just scrap it as it is and try to transfer the save file over to SPT 4.0 and get that up and running, right? But if it works, I do have a backup SPT series just in case. I would say just in case. I don't really know. Like maybe we finish the story of this and then we go like SPT and Prestige again. I don't know. We'll find out. So. Where did it put me? What are my options to get out? Emercom. So it's put me up near the train again. Yeah. I know Wrangler was telling me they added a bunch of play space to this. The problem is I don't know where anything is. I don't know like what's good or anything like that. Right, like at least with I hope there's no mines out this way. I was going to say, at least with other versions of Tarkov, right? They're the maps that exist. But obviously, this is so new. There are, as far as I know, there are no maps out yet. I have no idea where I'm going. Like, I could be walking into a minefield and I have no idea. I do know that there's a medical tent somewhere And on the medical tent door is a hold. Looks like a box of some sort of ammo. There's an item you can pick up that starts a quest line. Hey. Ooh, some ammo over here, I guess. I wonder what the different endings could be. And I would imagine it's based on the quest lines that you undertake. Is that a helmet? Oh, wow. Okay, thanks for the helmet, I guess. This is an interesting looking place. Hopefully, again, this is not like landmine or... what the hell? Cowboy hat? Whole area is, well, obviously very new to me, so. Gav. Jeez, was this always this loud? I don't remember the gun being that loud. Yeah, sure. Cowboy hat, why not? An armor. Ooh, there's one scav for sure. And typically when there's one, there's usually more than one. Like, I can't really think of any places in Tarkov with very few, except like other than, you know, sniper scav positions, where there's only like one scav, you know. Some of these sprites have definitely changed. Although, I do vaguely remember from the trailer that I think they added the M16. Or one of the M16. Good armor? Not really. And then... seeing anybody. Just because I can't see them doesn't mean they're not there. Some hybrid rounds, sure. That being said, that does make me sound a little crazy, I think. I don't see or hear anything. I'll take a wrench. Here, I'll chuck that there, why not? Rip rounds. Actually, that's not too bad. Versus what I have. Is that actually better? Yes, quite a bit. Okay, cool. So we got a bit of an upgrade. I mean, it's like 1 extra % of recoil, but the ergo is quite nice. Check our time. So we got 20 minutes. Yeah, I'll take a field conditioner. This is actually really, really smart for in the field maintenance. Right? You know, you dig a little trench. Oh god, I don't go that, but it's a flare area. Okay. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah, this is definitely a different stock. Definitely a different stock. At least, like, visually. Oh, hello. Yes, please. Money. 90,000 rubles? Don't mind if I do. I was thinking about trying to find a wallet at some point. There you go. I think I'll need one or two of these at some point, so pick it up just in case. I'm seeing nobody, which like it's fine. Chew. Like I don't inherently mind seeing that we're seeing nobody here, but it is kind of. Anything here? Not really. It's one of those things where it's like mildly like disconcerting. Well, that is. Oh. Look, there's somebody off to my right. Ah, there we go. Blue fire. Don't know what that's about. Of course. We don't really need it. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, it's nice to have, but we don't need it. Oh, I almost shot the mannequin. Eh. Oh, some waters, I guess not. I mean, I don't really need it either, to be fair. Ooh, nuts. Blue tape. Maybe I need a shoes at some point. Eh. I'll take some ripstop, why not? A G phone. You forget just how large some of these things are. You find them. The Kiver helmets. I think I'd keep the Untar just because I know I'll need them. Like, the Kiver, technically speaking, does have a quest for it, but I mean, like, that's the quest with the forearm and everything, and I don't really care about that. So. Ooh, 15 versus 25, no. Yeah, see, like, this sprite looks different. Take the axle. I can't grab the thing yet. Meh. Take the cat. Anything else super useful here? The spark plug for sure. What here is not useful? Honestly, I don't really care too much about the cowboy hat. That's for a very later quest for Ragman anyway, so. Yeah. Asks. Talk to mechanic about the MP. Oh, I had to finish the tour first, but okay. Interesting. Oh, I do need to... Oh, shoot, I need a drill. I mean, the lamp is whatever. Spark plug is important. Feels good. Magnet at some point, yes. LCD, not really. Trash helmet. Drink this. That's another LEDX, by the way. That's 2 LEDXs and 2 raids. That is crazy. And I can also pick up the magnet, because I think that's for thingy level 2, right? So how much time though? 21 minutes? Do a quick gander this way. The fuel conditioner. Don't really care about the ACOG that much. I don't need that. I don't have the attachment point for that anyway. So look at this. Oh, that's useful. Toolkit would be nice. It's fine. Let's make our way there. Don't go that way. We'll go back across. And then we'll skirt around the mall and head towards our exit of Emercom because Scab Camp, no. Exfil, no. Transit. The transit to customs could be not horrendous. Not really what we need. He's fatigued, not surprised. Am I carrying so much that my guy's just not going to regen the stamina? I don't think so. Why does this say level 1 with the blue? What does that mean? Oh, I'm carrying so much that walking is slow. Okay, easy solution. Throw some grenades. Levels up our strength. Frees up some inventory. And, you know, shed some weight. That's not really enough, in all fairness. If I had to drop something, the Untar helmet can go. I guess. I don't really need it that badly. Like, that whole quest line is quite a ways away. I wonder if you need to get Kappa for the mission. Because in all fairness, I don't really feel like going for Kappa. Maybe, but I mean, like, my main goal here would be mostly just get to an ending. Right, and that's sort of whatever ending we come across. So I'm not gonna like go for, like I'm not gonna pick a. Actually, quite frankly, I don't even know if anybody else or anyone knows the endings other than Nikita himself. It's not like I can go for a guide or, you know, hey, what's the fastest ending so I could finish the series, right? Like, that's not quite something I can do. Okay, fine, we'll chuck the helmet down. I don't know if that's going to be enough. It is literally enough. I don't know why, for some reason I thought recently that the, you get a little bit, like you get half endurance skill points if you're over encumbered. I'm just testing to see. Somebody said like inertia is still weird. Like you can walk and then you stop on a dime. I was like, oh, let's take a look. Sure enough, that does seem to be the case. I still always thought it was very funky how you do the like when you turn your head, it turns to like half a degree. Like you notice that? Like that's as far as I can turn my head. I did see the Pestily video about basically the road to 1.0, where he talked about like all the different patches and everything and the different metas that came through the years. And the meta that I forgot existed actually was the one with the canted iron sights, because what it did, right, this was shortly after they there's some funny new stuff over here. After they implemented the face hitbox, if you used the canted sight, it actually brought your arm up a little higher, which helped protect your face. This is stupid. Why am I looting? That's meh. Don't really need anything that I'm here for. The fuel would be nice, don't get me wrong, but I don't even really have a generator running, so doesn't matter. Oh, whoops, I did not mean to do that. This could be useful if I can find them out for it. The helmet, not so much. I do know, however, there is a an in-ear headset you can use with the fancy helmets now, but that's only through like the arena, and you have to do this whole song and dance to get it, I think, or something crazy. So I don't really care that much for it. A morphine, found in raid, of course. Yeah, see on the bottom right, so I can see what time it is in day, like in game, which is something I really do like that is in now. But in SPT 3.11, not a thing, but I would imagine SPT 4.0 does have it. But again, I don't feel like playing around too much with that right now because I like the mods that we have right now. They're very cool. So all the changes for mods I did was additive. So I added some more, you know, weapons, attachments, clothes, a couple other like minor change stuff. Nothing super fancy. Oh, my dad was saying that this car didn't used to be here. This car actually used to be over there, and that the bus wasn't there. It was somewhere else. And I was just like, you know, like, that's interesting. But also, I don't think I ever would have noticed that if nobody told me that. Because it's like, it's such a small detail, you know? Allegedly, can be things out here, right? Like, I know obviously there can be loot, but I vaguely do remember hearing that there were stashes somewhere in this area, but I don't know where any of them are, so I'm just kind of here for giggles at this point. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That's right, I walked through barbed wire like an absolute moron. I was like, I took some damage? Yes, you did. Hello. Character. What is this about? Oh, he still wants us to obviously go there. But first and foremost, let's drop all this stuff off. Right. Some of these were, you know, obviously bigger finds than others. The spark plug for sure for the generator. The LED X, cool because yeah, LED X. The wallet was nice. Well, one for the money, and two for the storage that we're going to need. I was so tempted there to say two for the show. We got some decent ammo and some meh ammo. They've changed the sprite, I believe, because this I think was more coppery. So. This was a pretty decent find, this early on at least. The Vulcan, I don't remember what this needs, but it's a night sight, so if we desperately need to go at night for something, we can do that. Morphine was a great find. Dog tags have got nothing. Some of the attachments were just nice to have attachments for the sake of having them, really. Hideout. So I've heard about this new game about like, what is it, Chinese? It's like Where the Wind Meets or something like that. What is it called? Arc Raiders, everyone's having a great time. Black Ops 7 is absolutely horrendous, and people are basically playing through the whole game and then refunding it because it's just that bad. The funny French game, no thank you. Foxhole, Where Winds Meet. It's a free-to-play Chinese game, and from what I've heard, you can input your you put your voice in there, right? And it'll pick it, or it'll try to design a character based vaguely on what it thinks you should look like. Obviously, within the realm of the area. Okay, I don't know much about it other than that, and you can actually talk to the NPCs, and the NPCs, if I understood correctly, are vaguely AI, right? Which makes it very funny from what I've heard, because like one of the things you could do, I did. I did. I know that they said they were going to work on it, and that it's God knows when it's coming, and that if it does come, then it's impossible to say how like mods are going to work for it, if at all, which is a bit of a shame. So I'm sure they're not going to give up. I mean, you know, they work hard, so we'll see. But I mean, I don't know. Is this supposed to look this bad, or am I just stupid? Like some of them look really good, and then other ones don't. Right? Like this isn't just me, right? Also, I didn't used to believe in streamer loot, but I'm just saying. Okay, obviously there's the one LEDX that's a guaranteed spawn in the tutorial. I grabbed that, but we found one last night, and we found one today, and it's like, where are all these LEDXs coming from? So I gotta figure out what to do with all this stuff here. We got all these plates and some good rigs. Like, I don't want to just chuck them away, but I kind of want to keep this somewhat organized. So, yeah. Well, when it comes to SPT again, 4.0, I never, like, I was busy playing 3.11, so I didn't bother with it. And then now that like I'm done, I considered it, but I did want to like see how far I could sort of push my current version with mods before I switch. So I'd basically kind of get a season 2 up or somewhat up and running. If it's stable or not, I couldn't say, but it's up and running. So, wise, did the music stop? What happened? I guess we ran out of music. I have no idea. Glasses. I want to keep this kind of. I keep that for sure. Do I need this many? It's in that. Like, I kind of tempted to sell these. Like, this one is a lot more efficient than that is. We can sell a couple of them. It's fine. Like, it doesn't really matter too much to me. Now, it would be interesting to see how modding is implemented, if it ever gets implemented in any way, as it was talked about at some point, allegedly, by Nikita himself, right? Because it could be good if they somehow get it working, but I'm not too sure about that, so. There's nothing in here. It's fine. This one's full of... Oh, it's not full of food. Not yet, at least. There you go. It's full of food. It gives us a bit more space. PNVT... what is this? I am vaguely recalling that this doesn't go on a helmet, that this is specifically a head lock, like a skull lock. Let me double check. Yeah, well, I mean, not only when that'll be, more like if that will be, you know? Because there's a lot of things that has been said, hey, we're going to look into, but never went anywhere. Dovetail for helmets. That goes on. Skier level 2 sells that. Peacekeeper level 2 sells the other attachment. So I can't even put this on my helmet right now if I wanted to. That's fine. I'm not too, like, I'm not too upset about it. It's one of those things where it, like, it is what it is. And anyone who's kind of kept an ear out for how Unity is going would have seen it coming. Like, obviously, if you, like, I guarantee you read the announcement. I'm sure of it, right? But, like, they definitely said, like, hey, we expected this to happen because, again, the way that Unity itself actually does stuff changed, right? So, like, I'm not, it's more one of those things where it's kind of sad, but it's just sad for, like, you know, because it's sad because it's sad, not because, oh, it's like, wow, they're trying to ruin the game. None of that. It's just what happened. So I think for the most part that might make it a little bit easier for some people to swallow, if that makes sense. Because people are going to be like, oh, well, it's fine. It is what it is, right? Let's go to customs. Sure. If we go to customs at night. That is true. That's why I was thinking, because I do remember ages ago somebody was asking, would you ever play, you know, when 1.0 comes out in November, did you want to play it? And I said, well, maybe. I don't know if I'd play PvP, though, because I know PvP has, well, I mean, it's had issues for ages. And now that I don't have any of my buddies to play with anymore, because once they added the ping, like the mandatory ping, then it was like, it was kind of over for me, right? Because they all live in, like, they live out in, you know, West Coast or out in Europe, right? So it's like I literally couldn't play with them at any point because it was so far that the game would automatically go ping bad and then kick somebody, and it was usually me. So at least the thing I like about PvE, and it's the only reason I kind of play PvE, is mostly because that way I can hop on with my dad and stuff, right? Like, the mods are really, really, really nice, and that's why I love SPT to death, because I can tweak everything to, one, what I think is challenging but fair-ish, right? I try to keep it as fair as possible, but also keep it as entertaining as possible, right? While, and I know that there is apparently a way to do co-op on SPT, and that would be cool and all. It's very resource intensive if you're trying to do two people who want to be also be able to play separately, right? Like, if I wanted to do that with my dad, I would either need to have the server up and running all the time, regardless of, or whenever he wants to play, even if I'm not playing. And, like, there's no way to get that set, which is the only draw to me for PvE, mostly because, like, SPT has ability to co-op. It's just very awkward to do. Like, the PvE mode has it just sort of built in. Right, so. If they can get the mods into PvE, if that ever happens, then that will actually, that I could see that being very, very nice, and I would love it to death. So. I mean, we've also seen in the past with Battlestate saying, oh, it's ready for blank. Like, we had Twitch Rivals ready. It wasn't really ready for that. Esports ready. It was not ready for that. I think for me, I just have to survive, right? Can you please jump over this, please? Thank you. I forgot how ridiculous some of the spawns in this game are. That's the one thing I absolutely adore about Saints, is because, like, obviously it changed how I had to tactically think about things, because I couldn't, like, play around with the AI. Like, there was no way to oh my god. There was no way to game the AI, right? Like, reliably, at least. Because it's like, I know roughly where people should be. Yeah, I know I did try to play it back in its infancy, but I never got it working super well. So I didn't really bother very much with it. But that was like way back when it had like just sort of showed up. So I'm pretty sure with the newest stuff for Unity, the lighting has definitely changed. That's an old gas. I don't want to push old gas. I can honestly say I did not miss how different this game is early wipe versus late wipe. Like, once we got into late wipe on SPT, right, or even mid wipe, like as soon as we got any sort of semblance of the Bitcoin farm up and running, it was whatever. But here, because of like how everything is implemented with items and availability, it is obviously just somewhat more awkward to think. Like, everything is more expensive in terms of loss, if that makes sense, right? Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, the prices may have stayed very similar, but I was gonna say the emotional cost, right? But it's more like the progression cost has changed because of how they've changed progression. So we kept those guys back on the so they were over there somewhere. Glass has definitely changed, because we can kind of see through it a little bit. Also, I have forgotten, because I don't have that mod anymore for the arm stamina, that your guy is just little baby arms. My god. Ooh, I need soap. Dude, I forgot about food and water. There's a rock. I don't think I need that many of these, but I'll take another one. I think 2 is about as much as you really, truly need. I don't need any propane immediately. Yeah. Yeah, see, for me, like, I have the setup that I could do that and stream and no problem. But it's just, it's one of those things where, like, if I want to play, I can't, right? Because obviously I'd be the one hosting it. But if my dad wants to play, what happens if I'm not here? Then what, right? Like, that's the great thing about PvE is he can play separately than from me. And then we can play together whenever, right? Like, there's no... It's just, there's no, like, huge reliance on having the other person. Like, we've got the power to run it, no problem. And heck, even if I did get another, like, another PC setup, like, logistically it's just awkward, right? At least in my opinion, right? Because even if I was playing with, like I did it with my buddies, back when we were playing thingy Tarkov ages ago, right? Back in like point, 7 or what have you. If I wanted to play with them, like they live in different time zones, so like I might have just got on and they can only play for like an hour because they're several hours ahead, right? Like it was just one of those things where it's really interesting, but regular Tarkov just beats it a little bit purely on the fact that I don't have to actually host the server and port forward if it's not doing LAN, and you know what I mean. It's just the literally ease of access is PvE's biggest strength in my opinion. At least, when I say PvE in the sense of like the official PvE, obviously. I'm gonna take that. Oof. You know what? You're right. I don't need a shotgun that bad. I want the car battery because that one is useful fairly early, but I don't remember if it's for the generator or what. So, if I'm not mistaken, there's a couple of other secret mission items too. I think that's kind of interesting, but it's one of those things I've always been kind of iffy about him. Just be like, yeah, it encourages exploration, but some of them are somewhere like really out of the way and sometimes not really worth it. And it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, you can, but is it always worth doing this? That, I mean, that's pretty good ammo, actually. We saw those 2 PMCs earlier. That's it. Other than, of course, the scav who was up there. Haven't heard anything else. I don't really need the metal scissors that bad. This would be nice, though. The nails, maybe. I don't remember what I need those for. That has always been one of the very funny things to me, where it's like, even if you just did the mission, it's like, I know I need this, but I don't remember what I need it for. I still gotta get across the bridge, you're right. We'll do a quick look around here, see if we can find any food. I don't... You know what? I'll take the screws, just in case. More for the thingy material. Yes, that is exactly what I am waiting for, right? Because I said like that as soon as if we get that, we're golden. We're golden. Not necessarily that they can do no wrong on Tarkov, but the issue with that might be updates, right? In the way that say like Skyrim or basically anything Bethesda does, right? Like if they do an update, all the mods break, especially if there's no easy way to keep a certain version up and running, right? Which I doubt they would do, because that would involve them having to dedicate servers specifically for other Tarkov versions, which I doubt they would want to do. Would work. I keep the bolts there. I would imagine that me. I don't think so. Oh. I was about to say, I would imagine that if anything, of course you would. That updated mention would be not until basically it goes, okay, we're done with Tarkov, so here you go. So that way, leave us alone. Goodbye. I think he's down. I think there's somebody below me. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure blood isn't typically that red. TW? W for what? Oh, I think that's one of the new ammos for 338. Yeah, I would absolutely bet money that if there ever was PvE mods, it would purely be, hey, we're done, so here you go away. No, you don't. Not on my Christian Minecraft server, you don't. Thank God I don't have the camera on or anything, because I just visually recoiled at the look of this. Toilet paper. I thought I heard somebody. I'm spending too much time. I thought. Those are black tip, yes, but they don't look right. Do it quickly. Light bulb, yes, because I need billions of them. It's what, like 14 or something stupid? Mags. No PSKs. Oh, I need that. If I have to eat it, I will, but if I don't, I won't. CMS kit. Again, it's one of those things nice to have, not necessary. Because I have like 6 uses of CMS on me, so I mean like... Okay. Also, do we know why they did that? Like why they dropped the things down to 60% of the max uses? Because it seems like one of those very weird changes that doesn't quite make sense. Like, it almost just seems sort of like one of those changes that was made specifically for the purpose of making it more tedious. I don't remember this hole in the wall being here. How much do I get out of this? 50. You know what? That's fine. I could find more later. It's really not a big deal. Well, we're just not a massive deal. Those are the 2 far corners. I don't think I've ever actually been this specific way. I wonder if you could pick up hidden mission items as a scav. Would be an interesting choice. Also, I vaguely recall them saying something about skill, like leveling has changed, but I don't know to what extent that was, or if it is even true. It's funny how it doesn't take all that much to get up to almost 50 kilos. Also, it looks like they have slightly changed the context menu for doors. Right? Like, it's like open or breach. There's no thing about plant explosives or anything like that. Is that just me? Or am I just... Am I tripping? It's possible. Mm-hmm. Trying to remember what the battery is for. Although it might be for like generator 2. Because I did get generator 1 up and running. I don't know if I have enough time to make it out. It's so far away. Oh, it's my backpack. Interesting. I do think that this game would go a very long way in basically doing another pass over of, we call it the skill speed, like the leveling speed. I'll take it. We definitely need it. Mm-hmm. Actually, that's a very good point. I could probably count on one hand the number of times I've ever found a Leatherman multi-tool in raid. So does that mean you're just not supposed to get the first thing of the shooting range until mechanic? Interesting. Very interesting. Let's go put some of this stuff away. Car battery is nice to have. I hope it lets me pick the stuff I can drop off. Oh, so good. This is nice to have. The ammo is pretty good, actually. On PvP, I'm not even joking when I say this. I have something like 6 or 7 ammo cases at this point because of all the Twitch drops. I keep getting ammo cases. I don't want ammo cases. This should work, right? Why is the new version of this mag worse? I'm not going to compare the weights because obviously this one's ammo in it. But it's like check speed is the same, the load and unload speed is the same, the count, the reliability. So why is it worse for ergonomics? Like, this has a latch on it, this doesn't. Like, what is... Why? I don't know. I'll trade. I'll go to talk to Ragman. I'll go to woods. Sorry, brother, I don't have woods. Ground zero or take out scabs with Thora. I could do that, actually. Oh, first let's go visit him.
Чё нарисовался?
Oh, thank God I can tell him what I want. Here, have the screws, the tube, the nails. There you go. Hang on, let me check on the wiki if I need more screws or more nails, because I have 3 screws and 3 nails. We'll see what we need more of. Screws. Pack of screws. 6 for lavatory level 2, 3 in raid for shooting range, 10 for stash level. I don't need the stashes, never mind. 10 for weapon rack, 6 for Hall of Fame. So screws we need more of, but I mean, like, they're pretty common. Pack of nails. Stash, don't care. 5 of them for weapon rack. 5 of them for Hall of Fame, so it doesn't really matter per se. I think, if anything, I'd be more willing to pass up the nails.
Херня это все, конечно. Но нам и такое сейчас
Eat
подойдет.
poo poo. You said anything will do. What a dingus. Okay.
Прямая дорога заминирована, но мои пацаны тебе все передадут. Мы сами этими переходами пользуемся. Так что там все ровно.
I wonder if I went to customs and I went to some of the transits, could I use them to get to maps like Shoreline and stuff like that? Or can I not do that until I get to the appropriate quest?
Да. Его за механиком зовут. Если тебе нужно реально качественное оружие, то лучше механика ты в Таркове никого не найдешь. Он по-любому сам уже мог бы свалить отсюда, но остается. Ты просто не вдупляешь. Механик хоть и шарит за кучу всего.
True, true.
По-настоящему его прет только
I feel like if anything, he's like a neutral ground for everybody. They're like, don't mess with him because he's got cool stuff.
Вряд ли. Он же ботан чистый. Про оружие ты сам его и спроси. Я хер знает. Я его предупрежу, что ты зайдешь.
Well, my dad ended up going as a bear this time. I was like, really? He goes, yeah, I've always wanted. It's like, okay, well, I don't know. I thought he was going to go with the USEC. I mean, it doesn't really matter, I'm sure.
Обращайся. Ты вроде пацан ровный. Так что еще, может быть, сработаемся. Это дело хорошее. И лаве поднимешь, и респект
Does this
заработаешь.
put him on the... cool, okay.
Все там были. На рынках стояли. Водкой грели, шпану от товара отгоняли.
Sir, your
Мне
phone
вот
is
что
not
скажи,
doing
где
anything.
теперь они все? А? Где? Если сумку с импортом смог сбагрить, чё, бизнесмен уже дохуя? Не, в этой теме шарить надо и рисковать уметь. От души, братан, бывай.
Okay, what does he want? Talk to mechanic. And then also I can talk to mechanic about the MP blast. Oh, look, mechanic asks. He wouldn't have any, but he should have this. What is the audio recorder for? I have one. I don't need it. But I wonder like what it's for. Because I mean, I've only found like the one tape right at the beginning, right? But good, I can sell some of these guns now. Right, like I don't really need these. I don't need all these pistols. There you go. Have some stuff. Give me a little bit more space back. Okay. I can, or at least I should be able to build the thing here. Yeah, good. Get some good XP from this. I do think it's very funny how these items, they disappear once you open them, like the locked weapon case. Interesting. I didn't know you. Oh my god, is this new? Because being able to craft light bulbs is very cool. Ah, so I can get it scuffed, but I can't do that because I technically don't have a regular gamma. Right, I've got the unheard gamma. Huh. Nutrition unit, the relay, and a thingy cable. Or if they, not that it matters too much. I need a toothpaste and a soap. Well, a soap or an awl. I can turn the soap into an awl with the power of Satan or whatever. Match. I got the match. I need a regular duct tape, and I need two more matches. Mr. Therapist, not a therapist. You. Orthodontics is pretty good. I could add that with this, or rather, put that on the barter because that could be useful. If I can't find any toothpaste, which I know we've had some issues in the past. So fill this up with PS rounds, I guess. Oh, talk to mechanic. You're right. I went to go buy stuff from him, but didn't talk to him.
Наемник, ты ко мне по делу или просто так?
Um,
В линейке автоматов АК есть модели 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, а потом сразу 107. АК-106 никто не видел, но ходят слухи, что он должен был быть под патрон 9.3.
I have never considered this, but oh my god. Why has he said this?
Если брать Тарков, то скорее всего так оно и есть. Хочешь купить хороший обвес? А зачем тебе порт? Я слышал, что он закрыт. Доверяй, но проверяй. Хороший подход. Хоть и заставляет иногда выполнять лишнюю работу. Что тебе нужно от меня? С этим я помогу. Есть тропа, о которой знает только один мой знакомый грибник. По ней ты выберешься к лесу и не встретишь проблем. С этим тебе поможет прапор. У него есть каналы с
I like it was just like, do you have stuff that's cheap? Because I can't afford your stuff.
По большей части примитивные, но надежные. Цену свою точно отрабатывает.
But like, what I also really do like about it is basically he was like, you know, something simple, like maybe a little bit cheaper. He took no offense to it. He goes, yeah, I get it, which I thought was, you know, was kind of nice, right? Because a lot of people like, do you have anything? Do you know who I could buy from instead that's not you, that is not as expensive? And most people would take offense to that, I think.
Конечно. Но перед тем, как ты пойдешь дальше,
Of course
у
it
меня
does.
есть одна просьба. Здесь сложно жить иначе. Думаю, ты привыкнешь. Мне нужно проверить кое-что.
What does he
на заводе.
want?
Нет. В последнее время в цехах стало больше диких. Как будто кто-то собирается подмять эту территорию под себя. Я хочу выяснить, кто стоит за ними. Есть вариант попроще. Принеси мне несколько их стволов. По ним все станет понятно.
Oh, okay.
Мне все равно, что с ними будет.
They don't need to
Они тебе ничего не будут. Интересно. Допустим, знаю. Но немного. Не было времени это расследовать. В одном я уверен. Это результат использования какого-то оружия. По моим данным, это он и был. Устройство активировали где-то в районе улиц Таркова и Эпицентра. Вижу, ты активно этим интересуешься. Мы можем помочь друг другу. Мне тоже интересно понять, что это вообще такое было. Принеси мне обломки, я попробую разобраться. Я хотел бы сказать, что на месте взрыва, но боюсь, дикие и эти безумцы-сектанты все растащили. Так что поищи у них. Мне кажется, что последние вообще могли начать им поклоняться. Нет, сейчас не требуется. Конечно.
Okay.
Удачи, наемник.
Tasks. So for tour, go to factory and take out any weapons. Optionally. I wonder if that does anything. And this one is just find a device fragment. Spots on streets or and ground zero. Interesting. I have food and water's meh. I'm gonna just start putting these things in here because it's not gonna do anything else. At least this way, this is somewhat useful. There's no other ones I'm missing. Just checking. I've got 6. Okay. I wonder if there's a way to change this. Let me see. Secure containers. Okay. So there's two different kinds of Kappa containers, and that's basically because one of them is the one you get, the other one is the one you get after you put it in the thing. What do you call it? The cultist circle. Oh, interesting. So I can go to the cultist circle right now and chuck this in here and see what happens. Oh, so in like 6 minutes, we'll see how that goes. Interesting. I wonder if my dad had kept in the old version, do you think I could have gone to his gym, you think? Let's see. They probably haven't updated. Yeah, I don't think they've updated. If I go to his hideout and check it out. Can I work out in his gym? I'm gonna look at some of his stuff actually. Interesting. The interesting looking SKS. Very cool. Yeah, I probably, if I was him, I probably wouldn't have updated anyway. Let it all figure out because he's a busy man. Can I do this? Does this work? Oh my god, that's so funny. Focus. The focus. Oh! That's pretty cool. Oh, he's got a Red Rebel. Interesting. I never considered that actually. Interesting. Oh. Man, thank you, Dancho, for having a gym that I can use. Hopefully it doesn't break the game. Skills. Yeah, I'm strength level 2. Obviously my guy's gonna be like, I'm very tired. Yeah, I mean, I don't really blame him. But having the ability to get to the gym early is so good, though. I'm tempted to wait. I should actually be able to do modding here and see the parts I may or may not have. Obviously, I don't have a grenade launcher for this right now. Good enough suppressors. Obviously, no gas block. I don't have much in the way of spare parts, so. Interesting. Cool. I don't have access to a big, I mean, I have these backpacks. Okay, fine. Actually, you know what, you're right. Okay, fine. Fine. These aren't gonna be, this one's good as it is. Here, we'll use these two for thingy weapon parts. can't do anything with... oh, that's right, it uses that. I forgot about that. Can't do anything with this right now, so I'm going to put this off to the side. Okay. Sort. Why does it do that, actually? Like, why does it put the buckshot up here and put the money way down here? What's that about, you think? Hmm. So I guess I can't have Prapor until I do the factory mission. But I should now have access to factory. Let me check. Yeah. Yeah, so customs has a way to transit to reserve. So theoretically, although you might not have access to it because you don't, quote, know about it. I'm gonna check this. I'm actually really curious about how this works now. Okay. Tarkov customs transits. Is there not a transit to shoreline, or I'm just being stupid? There is a transit to shoreline, okay. See, like, it says unknown, or not available. So does that just mean it's not in the game? Or does that mean it's not like a playable thingy map and it's like a very specific mission map, do you think? Because that'd be interesting. Right? I would kind of like to see, like, if I went to say streets or factory, to go to the or to go like see, can I go to lab then? Right? Or like if I go customs, can I get into reserve? Because I don't know the map, and I haven't obviously done a mission to learn about it. But if I know where I'm going, you know what I mean? Like, then is it okay? So if, like, we go to customs, for example, the transit to reserve is near the military base extraction. Right, like, I vaguely remember where that is. Let's take a look. Hideout. This should be ready. Oh, while I'm in the hideout. Sorry. Can I bestow it now? Ritual in progress. How long do I have to wait for this? I'm just curious. Oh, could you imagine if there's a way to visit Fence? That'd be kind of cool. I get some free XP from this. Interesting. See, like, this has the mount that I need, but it doesn't have the shroud on top. So theoretically, I could buy this for the mount for my night vision, but then it doesn't have anything on it. So it's like it wouldn't fit the night vision because it doesn't have the attachment. Like, it has one of the two parts I need to attach. Is it safe? Can I go get my gamma now? How long does the actual... How long does the ritual take? Ritual in progress. How long does this take? Cult circle show in progress. I have no idea. I guess I have to wait, but like, I don't know how long. This only takes 6 minutes. Been like 6 minutes. Let's see if we can go on a scav run, I guess. I don't know. We'll go to or scav run on custom. We'll see how it goes. And if it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Alright. Like if it goes, great. And we'll play that out and finish the stream. And if it doesn't, then that will be where the stream ends. Because like I said, it's just very busy. So it was a late stream, but it's when I got some time and I kind of wanted to get play Tarkov. So here we are. I still don't quite understand why PvE scavs are on BSG servers. That seems very strange to me, because obviously they have the ability to like privately host it on PvE. So why is scavs any different? Riddle me that, Batman. We'll give it to, let's say, the usual 5 minutes, and if we don't get in, we don't get in. Oh wow, look at that. Color me impressed, actually. Basically what? I'm looking for some matches. I actually didn't even see. Oh, me. Good for some matches. A soap, a toothpaste, and all. Like it's a soap or an all. Right? What else do I need? Thingy cable, like power cable. Something else for the... What else do I need for the rest space? Rest space. A duct tape and a matches. So I need 2 matches. I need a duct tape. Okay, that's not too bad. Escaper, you could encounter inaccurate and incomplete information due to patch 1. Blah 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 blah. The wiki will get updated with the latest changes and additions as soon as possible. Yeah, well, thank you. I do appreciate that, but I kind of knew. Who knows? But maybe by the time I get out of here, oh, how much ping? It's like maybe by the time I get out of here, the gamma will come back. You know, I know I mentioned this, but my friend and I, we watched through, ooh, it begins. A sledgehammer! Father, if you can hear this, I would have picked it up for you if I could. Yeah, let's not go that way. It is a silly place. We watched through Chernobyl, and the people who were sent to the liquidators, especially specifically for the animals, were sent out with a bunch of Mosins, right? Which is, yeah, fine. That makes sense. Like, it'll do what you need it to do. Take a morphine. Nope. 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 If you're curious, 1, they're in a group of 3, and 2, he said, "Hey, man." Now, you don't need to be a linguist to know that that is not Russian. I could have tried to go for the grenade toss, but I wasn't liking my odds. So I was not going to make that grenade toss. I am genuinely surprised they did not react to me. Okay. That was genuinely terrifying. I don't think this will jam, but I've got no armor. Alright. This is extra slugs, meh. It's basically, it's not a fight I'm wanting to get into if I can help it. Sure, I'll take the Desert Eagle, I guess. Thunderbolt's pretty decent. The hand drill could be nice, but it would be a little heavy. A blood set, eh. I like how everyone just sees the Apollo and instantly goes like, yuck. Because genuinely, like, it's... I can only think of a single trade it had once, and that was it. Oh, there's just a gun sitting here. Probably mostly empty. About half. No bricks. Mm-hmm. Nope, 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 nope. That's somebody out there. Obviously, I can't see who that is. I heard Josh, and you're gonna go, what does that mean? It's one of the PMC voices. It's Josh, and that is a YouTuber, if I'm not mistaken. I feel horrendous about this. I don't remember who. I don't remember what his name was, because he played a lot of Tarkov back in the day, but he hasn't played it in ages, from what I recall. Take the gas analyzer. It's nice. The nails, obviously, we are going to need. Very careful how I loot this one now. We do know, you actually need this at some point. We do know that there are 3 USEC around, at least. All right, now there might be fewer. Oh, the extra soap is nice, because I could turn that into an all with the sacrifice. I hope that's a scav. Can't tell. I could find a PSO. We'd be doing good. That is a scav. The PSO would be nice because I could chuck it on here because it's a UN. Where are my exits? Railroads. The 2 railroads would work. Sure. No space? What do you mean, no space? Oh, it doesn't fit. Because of the... Oh, I see. I get it. There's no space for it because of the iron sight. Because of this thing. Can't use that because it requires a specific amount. That's a scav. Could potentially go over to Fortress. Usually some decent stuff in there. Sure. Might need a helix. I'll need T-plugs later, but I'm not too worried about it. Oh. Eh. The Mosin tanker barrel. Eh. Okay, fine. You've convinced me. I'm gonna go to Fortress. I want to get myself some cover while I do it. I don't know what happened to those USEC, but they're relatively close to the building I was just in. Apparently there's a building near here now. That's a... Yeah, it's to my right. Now, because we saw scavs around here, there shouldn't be Rashala. But we would find out the hard way, and it wouldn't be fun. Oh. Cat. Don't really care about the cat that much. I'm more interested in the horse because of, obviously, if you watched my, I was gonna say basically my mental breakdown or whatever, my psychotic episode during SPT where I was like, buy all the horses. So at this point it's just for funnies. Match, yes. Got a good chunk of stuff here, actually. This is great. A GM counter used to be worth more. The beard oil, sure, why not? Am I dumb? I heard, but I'm pretty sure is Russian. Hoping that was because I know there are scouts who are patrolling around the area, so I'm hoping that was a scav. Anything good? No. Lamp. Goodbye, lamp. In my experience, I tend to find that the cubes are a little bit better for general equipment. Right? Like if you need armor and like helmets and that sort of stuff, the cubes tend to have more of that. Yeah, that's not gonna fit. Is it? I'm gonna stay here. I'm not going to move. I am tempted to figure out what that was, said the idiot.
There they are, fuckers. Let us pass, and you will be spared.
Dropped them. Ooh. I drop him too? No, I hit him though. Dropped him. The scav, thank God. Good. Three USEC down. Oh. Holy crap. Oh. Honestly, I don't even really care. You can have whatever. Not literally whatever. I took the G36, which is a little annoying. Take this with me. Green tips are okay, whatever. They absolutely strip these guys. I'll put this on. Oh, it doesn't work with the helmet. That's a bit of a shame. Anything here I don't need. This. No, shoot. No. Give it back. How big is that? Pretty big.
Сейчас толкну все и в продуктовый.
I mean, all things considered, that could have gone much worse. I do kind of feel bad about the thing I dropped earlier, but it is what it is. No. I'm not going to fight them over it. I just kind of wish that they were a bit more sort of like respectful about your loot. No. I did absolutely send those idiots to meet Jesus. So, all things considered, I feel pretty good about that. I think those are the 3 guys earlier, by the way. That I was like, I don't want to fight, like, this is not good. And then, obviously, my hand was forced. But I had a pretty, like, I had a better... basically, it was just, I got lucky and had a better area to fight them in. Is basically all that really happened there. Yeah, I don't really need that. Eat the peas. I'll take another beard oil. Ooh. Lot of space. How many is this? 18 versus 19. Take that because it's fresh. Search this. Put these in there. And this should take up the same space. Yes, there we go. They call me John Lootman. A raid so good. The milk gods. I was going to say a raid so good. My dad would be proud of me. I don't have anything to put on there, which is a bit of a shame. Oh, can I take that? No, of course not. The exit looks like ammo. Anything here? Time 16 minutes. Yeah, it's fine. Basically, I got 16 minutes to get to the other side of the water. Thank you, milk gods. Where are the stairs in here? That's over this way, right? Can't go in there. Yep. I like how my entire, like, plan for that was basically just fire everything and see what happens. Especially the guy with the flashlight, because I couldn't see him very well. So it was literally just keep shooting, and then if it falls over, then maybe we did it. Hey. Ooh, director's key. Don't remember what that's for, but that's a good key from what I recall. Because it's worth a decent chunk, if I'm not mistaken. Rat poison. Actually, I don't have to pick. Well, for now at least. Paracord. If anything, I'll drop the paracord. Because the paracord's not going to be immediately. Do I need a survival later? I do need a light bulb. Survival lighter. The cultist circle. So I don't need it then. Okay. Drinking the milk. Look, it would be a dishonor upon the milk gods to, you know, be suffering from dehydration and not drink the milk that has been graciously granted to me. Oh, bros. Chuck this away. I'm gonna take the M67 because I know I'm gonna need a bunch of them. Or I'm gonna need 10 of them for prepper for that one mission where you gotta pick between everybody. I've got no space for morphine. Morphine. I mean, what do we need? Soap I want to keep. This I'll drop for the morphine because we need that relatively soon. All things considered. Leave those guys alone. Somebody said there was a new building near Fortress, but like I don't see any. Or is it near Crack House? Again, regardless of which one it's supposed to be, I don't see it. Assuming I even understood correctly. And you guys know me. It's very possible I misunderstood it. Not just a very possible, it's basically almost a guarantee. Let's get out of here. Minutes. Yeah, I've got enough time to check the little cabin here. I'm being greedy. That box phased into existence. Be relatively safe to be doing this right now ish. If I can grab the unknown key, that'd be nice, just for the sake of having it. Spark plug. Ooh, I'll need it at some point. The roller is nice to have for money. The back rob I do not care about. Why not need? No, don't need that. Don't really need. Don't need that either. That's more useful to me. Do I need the lamp? Eh. Here, we'll get rid of the tanker, it's fine. Keep the key and we'll skedaddle. Why am I doing this? I don't need anything. That's it. Why did I even try that? It's an SKS. It's not an OPSKS. You think I would have learned how to read by now? Yeah, sure. Be able to get out just right here. I thought there's somebody moving. It was actually a water droplet on the screen there. You told me 10 minutes. Yeah, I know. This is fine. I think. Yeah. Boom. That was a great scav raid. Hey. Yeah, because I accidentally headshot. I accidentally chucked the dog tag on the floor. That was whoops. I need to see if I can get a key case. Because I like to keep, hold on to these keys. Rat poison. This key is good. The matches is really nice to have. Soap. It's gonna be nice. The blood set's good. Light bulb is good. Bolts, yes. This, yes. Got some really good stuff out of this. Some money, obviously. The money's always great. What was I putting this in? I think it was this something. One of these, I think. There you go. Hey. It's a bit of a shame that this is in not amazing condition, because this would have been really nice to have pretty, early on as a thingy weapon, because this would slap like you wouldn't believe. So, okay, this I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna keep this because I might need some parts from it. This is nice to have flying around, obviously. The ammo is good. The key is good. The splint is nice to have. With that, we're running this. Keep some of these. Actually, I will keep these around for turning in purposes. Dog tag. Paracord, roller, horse, beard oil, nails, spark plug, Interesting. These morphines are good. I got 3 of the 4 already that I'll need. Good, because it has good ammo, right? The red tips I think are decent. This is nice to have. This is very nice to have. The helmet I did blast them in the face for, so I mean, like, cool, I guess, but don't really need it. The backpack is going to be really, really good because it's the singularity bag. Boom. This is nice to kind of just chill. Okay. Let me just check here first. Asks. Given them all. Sell him the. Do I want to sell him the empties? Eh. We go visit him so we can hey, like, hey, I've got your guns now.
Здравствуй, наемник.
Right, can I do that now? Oh, no, not really. Never
Ты
mind.
помнишь, где выход?
I guess it's something you have to do when you're completed the mission. It's a little kind of wonky, but I mean, whatever. Right, so these 2 are things for that. We could sell these. Now, I don't have anybody to sell melee weapons to yet. So, that's something to be mindful of. That there. Okay. Put the white backpack on. It's not like they could see, like, it doesn't change their vision. Level 4 plates. With good carrying capacity, maybe. Right, because that's 7 kilos as it is right now. That's 10 kilos, so it's actually. You know what? Hang on. Actually more space efficient for this, unironically. I can use this though for holding magazines. I got so many magazines here. Like that's so much space I just saved. Right? Any other ones that are empty? Like, no. Not really. A bunch of 2. I'm looking for ones with like a lot of 2. Like this would work. Okay. And then sell the things I'm like the SRM2M. Obviously, I'm gonna keep because I'll need it. SV98 stuff, but the pistol stuff I don't really care that much about. Like I don't have a main source of income at this time. But we are staying afloat, which is obviously, good. Oh shoot, I should have sold the stuff before I. Whoops. Okay, so that and that are gone. Okay. This is very expensive for what it is. I did vaguely remember when was it the sheriff? Sheriff Eli. That's who it is. Right? I'm not crazy, right? I mean, I could be crazy. Right? There's very little evidence to the contrary. Gila edition. Oh. I was like, why is it Tagilla? Because it's got the thing on the back. We'll go to the hideout. We'll grab our gamma. Thank you. And while we're here, I do believe I got a second soap. So that'll turn into an all in an hour and 6 minutes. That's great. I just need some toothpaste. Do I want to do the heating or do I want to do the rest space? Negative removal, meh. Versus energy, meh. Both of those are meh. How many things do I have? Matches. I'm only seeing 2. Hang on, let me start getting these organized. Make sure I have enough of them. So I'm actually straight up. I'm gonna pin these here so they don't move when I organize everything. So as soon as we hit 5 of each, we're golden. Okay. 2 toilet papers. I only need the 1. Lamps, meh. Bulbs, that's fine. I need another match, and then a white. What do you call it? Well, a white tape. That's it. This is for something. I need a toothpaste. Oh, let me equip this. Put this stuff in here. If I can get an injector case, that would also be very valuable. Very valuable indeed. I don't know if he would have. He probably wouldn't. No. Weapons, meh. Nothing fancy. I could look to see. I don't think there's any optics I have other than the one I currently am using for magnification that we can use as it is. So this is mount. Please go on top of it. Oh, Jaeger level 1 has this? That's really weird to me. Why does Jaeger level 1 have that? Like, it's nice to have, though. Would that work? Not. This one might work with the PSO. Let's go check character tasks here. Interesting. Basically just go to factory. We have the guns already. That's good. That's gonna be the next episode. Okay, so that's gonna be it for this episode. If there's gonna be a Wednesday, I don't think there's gonna be a Wednesday stream because Wednesday we're busy later in the day, and then I've got an early morning on Thursday. But so there's gonna be a Thursday and a Friday stream for Tarkov. Saturday is going to be obviously Chernobylite because that is our Saturday series, and we are getting closer to the 100 subscriber mark, where basically Chernobylite would take a back seat, and anytime I get a chance to play Dark Souls 2 with my friends on Saturdays, we'll do that, and then whenever they're not available, we'll play Chernobylite, right? And that's sort of why I picked Chernobylite in the first place, because it's something I can take a break from. And it's not going to be like, where was I again? You know what I mean? Like, it's none of that. So, that'll be nice. Okay. So, yeah, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you guys for coming. I really do appreciate it. If you guys like what you saw, leave a like, subscribe, turn on the bell notification, share with all your friends. Leave a comment with any tips and tricks, because obviously we're in brand new territory. So, I mean, to be fair, I'm not entirely sure if there will be any, super brand new stuff about the brand new stuff, because we're all still learning as a community, right? So, see you guys later. Obviously, if you have your Twitch stuff linked and everything, go check those guys out and try to get some of those drops, because some of them are pretty cool. Good night.